For the first 30 seconds of this video, here is everything you are about to discover, because once you hear this, it will be almost impossible to stop watching until the very end. Behind the colorful pipes, smiling clouds, and cheerful music of Super Mario Bros. Hides a surprisingly dark world filled with unsettling theories, disturbing design choices, strange implications, and secrets that most players never questioned as kids, including why the Mushroom Kingdom might actually be a post-apocalyptic land. Why Goombas could be cursed citizens, why Bowser's actions may not be as evil as they seem, and why Mario himself might be far more dangerous than the hero we remember. So stay with us, because each level hides something stranger than the last, and by the end of this video, your childhood classic will never look the same again. Super Mario Bros. Appears at first glance to be one of the happiest games ever created. A bright and simple adventure, where a plumber jumps on enemies, eats magical mushrooms, and saves a princess. Yet the moment you slow down and start thinking about what the game is actually showing, the entire world begins to feel unsettling, because nothing in the Mushroom Kingdom behaves like a normal fantasy land, and almost everything hints at a much darker backstory hidden beneath cheerful pixels. Let us begin with the Mushroom Kingdom itself. A place where almost no actual humans exist except Mario, Luigi, and Peach, while everyone else has been transformed into walking mushrooms, talking plants, living clouds, and animated blocks. Which raises an uncomfortable question that Nintendo never directly answers. Because, according to the original game manual, Bowser used dark magic to turn the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom into stones, bricks, and plants. Which means that every single block Mario smashes with his fists could very well be an innocent citizen trapped in an unbreakable curse. And suddenly, that satisfying cracking sound feels much less heroic. This idea becomes even more disturbing when you realize that some blocks cannot be destroyed, while others can, suggesting that Mario is either freeing these cursed citizens or accidentally killing them. And since the game never explains the difference, Mario continues his journey without hesitation, smashing bricks, grabbing coins, and moving forward without ever questioning the consequences, which paints him less like a thoughtful hero and more like a force of unstoppable destruction powered by momentum and mushrooms. Speaking of mushrooms, the power-ups themselves raise another strange implication. Because in Super Mario Bros., eating a mushroom makes Mario grow larger, stronger, and harder to defeat, which might look innocent. But when you consider the real-world symbolism of mushrooms and the fact that every single mushroom in the game is alive and moving, it creates a bizarre scenario where Mario gains power by consuming sentient beings that look exactly like the citizens he is supposedly trying to save, blurring the line between hero and threat in a way that most players never considered. Then, there are the Goombas, the weakest enemies in the game. Often remembered as harmless walking mushrooms that exist only to be stepped on, yet their origin is quietly unsettling. Because early lore suggests that Goombas were once peaceful Mushroom Kingdom citizens who betrayed the kingdom after Bowser's invasion. Which means that every Goomba you eliminate could represent a former civilian forced into an enemy role. And Mario never hesitates, never shows mercy, and never questions whether jumping on them is the right thing to do. The darker you look, the more uncomfortable the Mushroom Kingdom becomes, especially when you notice that the entire land seems abandoned, with castles filled with traps, empty fortresses guarded by monsters, and long stretches of land with no signs of normal life, which has led many fans to theorize that Super Mario Bros. Takes place after a massive war or magical disaster, leaving behind ruins, curses, and a broken society barely holding itself together through magic and denial. Bowser himself, often portrayed as a simple villain who kidnaps Princess Peach, becomes a much more complex figure under this lens. Because if Bowser truly used magic to transform the kingdom's citizens, his control over the land might not be driven purely by evil, but by a desire to maintain order after an unknown catastrophe. And his constant guarding of castles could suggest protection rather than domination. Especially when you realize that Bowser never actually harms Peach in the game, instead keeping her safe while Mario tears through the kingdom. Another unsettling detail lies in the repetition of false Bowsers at the end of each castle, where Mario defeats what appears to be Bowser only to reveal it was a disguised creature. implying that Bowser is using illusion magic or sacrifices his own followers to slow Mario down. Which again paints a darker picture of a kingdom built on deception, manipulation, and expendable lives on both sides of the conflict. Even the cheerful music of Super Mario Bros. Hides something eerie when you listen closely, because the looping melodies never truly resolve, creating a sense of endless motion and urgency, as if Mario is trapped in a cycle he cannot escape, forever running, jumping, and moving right without rest. Without reflection, and without the ability to stop and ask why he is doing any of this in the first place. Time itself behaves strangely in the game, with a constant countdown pressuring Mario forward, suggesting that the world is unstable and actively collapsing behind him, reinforcing the idea that the Mushroom Kingdom is not a peaceful place, but a land on the edge of destruction where standing still means failure, disappearance, or death. The pipes scattered across the world add another layer of mystery, because they act as instant portals connecting distant locations, underground zones, and secret worlds, implying the existence of advanced infrastructure or ancient technology that no one in the kingdom seems to acknowledge. And the fact that Mario can freely enter and exit these pipes raises questions about who built them, why they exist everywhere, and whether Mario himself understands them or simply uses them without thinking. As the game progresses, the environments become more hostile, more surreal, and more dangerous, shifting from cheerful grasslands to lava-filled castles and dark underground areas. As if Mario is descending deeper into the corrupted heart of the kingdom, uncovering layers of danger that were hidden beneath the surface all along, while still smiling, still jumping, and still collecting coins as if nothing is wrong. Perhaps the darkest secret of all is that Super Mario Bros. Never gives the player a choice, because Mario cannot refuse cannot question the mission and cannot choose a different path, making him less of a hero with free will and more of a character trapped in a system that demands constant movement, constant violence, and constant progress, regardless of the cost. When Mario finally reaches Princess Peach, the game offers no reflection on what happens, no acknowledgement of the destruction left behind, and no concern for the citizens who may still be trapped in blocks, plants, and monsters. Instead, resetting the world or increasing the difficulty, reinforcing the idea that the cycle never truly ends, and that the Mushroom Kingdom may be doomed to repeat this nightmare forever. So the next time you see Super Mario Bros. As a simple happy game from your childhood, remember that behind the colorful pixels lies a world filled with curses, lost citizens, moral ambiguity, and unanswered questions, making it one of the darkest and most intriguing universes Nintendo ever created without ever saying a word about it. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden secrets and want more deep dives into the dark side of classic games, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment with your favorite theory or detail, and share this video with someone who thought Super Mario Bros. Was just a happy little platformer. Because sometimes the brightest worlds hide the darkest truths.